our go-to sit-down restaurants in Disney parks and Disney Springs.
Well, let's do this. We're Unlocking the Magic podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and leave a comment below. What are your top sit-down restaurants? You know what I'm going to do, Connie, for this one?
What's that?
Leave me your top sit-down restaurants for this video this week. I'm going to pick one winner to win a free t-shirt of your choice for your best restaurants.
That's pretty stand-up of you.
Yeah. And also, if you have a question, text us to 978-222-7383. Now let's get to the show.
All right. We're going to start off with number one. No surprise here. Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
Liberty Tree Tavern.
If you are a fan of the show or you've listened to the podcast before, you probably knew which one we were going to choose.
Yeah. We've talked about this restaurant so much, but actually so many people still come up to us and say, well, not up to us, but they do tell us that
sometimes
that this was not on their original list. So it is rewarding to say, hey, check this restaurant out. It's one of our favorites. It's comfort food, all you care to enjoy. And it's one of those restaurants where you know going in what you're going to get. It's always very similar. It's always usually a hit. I've never really had a miss here.
No, it's pretty
good.
That
can happen at some restaurants, It's understandable. They are feeding a lot of people. But this one is always just so comforting. It's a really great way to unwind after a long day at Magic Kingdom and stuff yourself and be full and happy.
Don't overlook this restaurant. You may go to the website and look at the menu and think to yourself, like, do I really want to eat that? It doesn't look very exciting, but I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Go there, get the Patriots platter with the dessert, stuff your face, and then roll your body outside and walk around Magic Kingdom and walk off all that extra calories you just ate. You're going to enjoy it 100%, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Okay, next one. Let's go to Epcot. Now,
all right.
This one is a little tricky because we have tend to not do any sit-down dining lately because Epcot is all about the food. And usually when we go, we tend to do a lot of quick service. That being said, one of our go-to restaurants when we do decide to dine is something that is a classic, I feel. And even though technically we can get this type of cuisine where we are, it's not quite the same at home. This particular restaurant is very authentic, in my opinion, and very delicious.
Epcot's the hardest place to figure out a restaurant to go to because there's so many good options for sit-down restaurants.
Right.
And there's so many quick service options. Like, you really want to go to Epcot and be able to enjoy the food and walk around and experience, especially in World Showcase. So it's so hard to figure out. First of all, do I want to sit down at a restaurant in Epcot? And if I do, which one? Because I know I'm going to be full from all the snacks of me eating around the world.
Right. And that's a true way to be able to experience the countries is by tasting the flavors.
Right.
Right. But this one is a go-to if we are in need to do a sit-down dining. We typically go to this one. Number one, it's pretty easy to get a reservation.
Yep.
And number two, the atmosphere is really great. I'm talking about San Angel Inn restaurant.
In Epcot.
In Epcot.
Right.
And I know I didn't pronounce it the way that may be authentic, but I feel like that's the way we say it.
I mean, listen, we don't pronounce anything in an authentic way.
That's right. All right.
Where it comes from.
Right. Number 3, Hollywood Studios. Another one that many of you may not be surprised about to hear because we do talk a lot about it, but it's the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater Restaurant.
Great. Another one with a great atmosphere. And we talk a lot about the atmosphere in these restaurants. And when you go to Disney, sometimes you hear a lot about the food.
Yeah.
And if you solely go to restaurants based on the food itself, if you eat it outside of Disney, you may be disappointed. But the atmosphere and where you eat the food is a huge part of dining in Walt Disney World. So
yes.
How you experience the food, the atmosphere, and the food all comes together.
I have yet to find a restaurant like the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater anywhere else in the world. Like, I truly unwind in this place. I love just being in the old-fashioned car. I am transported back in the older days, which I imagine would be like.
I wonder if there even would be a restaurant that would be like this that you could get away with. Like, I feel like it works perfectly where it's located, and if that was in Boston per se,
yeah,
I don't know if it would work great.
Maybe not.
It may not be as good of an experience. The food would have to be phenomenal.
Yeah, you might be right on that.
But that's definitely a go-to. It is a little trickier to get a reservation for that one, but if you can score one, it's a great place to be with your family and not with your family at the same time. That's another bonus.
Riddle me that.
So if you're having dinner there late at night and you've been with your family all day, maybe you want to escape, but you're like, I feel guilty going off on my own and eating. Eat here because you get to eat together, but not together.
Next one is Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Now, this one is another similar to Epcot, where we like to taste the flavors of the countries all around. So Asia, Africa. So we tend to do a lot more quick service here versus sit down. But again, if we had to choose, and one is our go-to, many of you probably know this one already, and it's the Yak and Yeti. This one here is got a great atmosphere again. Food is fantastic, and they describe it as travelers can relax and replenish with a Pan-Asian feast.
Yum. That's all I have to say on that one.
Really good. Really, again, something where it's always usually a hit. And it's a no-brainer for us. You just go, you relax, you get a good meal, and then it replenishes you to continue the day.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom is a lot of walking, so you need to fuel up for that one. And this is one restaurant that every palate can get something to eat there.
Right. That's what's cool about a lot of these. Okay, last but not least, we're going to talk about Disney Springs.
Which we don't talk about a tremendous amount.
There's so many restaurants. How do you choose?
It's all Isn't it all restaurants?
I mean, it's all restaurants.
Like a couple shops and all restaurants?
How do you choose where to eat in Disney Springs?
I don't know. I usually look at you.
I know how we choose. We usually choose pizza.
That's true.
Can't go wrong with pizza.
Listen, there's not a lot of great places to eat pizza in Walt Disney World. Mm-hmm. There's only a very few select one, and I know. I'm a pizza snob. So if I eat pizza at Walt Disney World, you can pretty much rest assured it's good pizza.
Yeah. You get like a check meal. Like, you know how they do Disney check meals?
Yes.
It should be like Bruce check meal.
Breakfast like Tonga toast.
Breakfast approved by Bruce.
Right. Pizza. If I go there and I tell you to go there and get pizza, trust me, it's good pizza.
This pizza has been approved. I like that. We're going to start a new shirt that says that.
Well, I have a shirt. This shirt I'm wearing says snack goals. I need the one that says, you know what the next shirt is? We need a pizza map.
Pizza map.
Where
by
can you
Bruce.
get pizza in Walt Disney World?
So in Disney Springs, we often head over to Enzo's, and then there's Enzo's Hideaway Restaurant as a restaurant. And I know it's simple. It's Italian pizza. Doesn't necessarily scream, unique, because of course you probably can get pizza where you're from. But it's again goes back to comforting. And there's like comfort food. And when you're in Disney Springs, there's so many choices and great places to eat. But occasionally you just need pizza.
I mean, occasionally. By occasionally, she means you always need pizza.
You always need pizza.
Pizza is great. I love it. Get a slice of pizza or two. Yeah. They're humongous slices if you go to the quick service. If you're in a rush,
right.
Grab a quick, huge slice of pizza. I feel like it's relatively priced well for the amount of pizza you get in a slice.
I feel like here's the thing. When you sit down at a restaurant and order pizza for your family, you get a lot of food for a pretty balanced, but like it's not very expensive, right? And so it can go a long way. Like one large pizza, maybe some salad, and you're done.
Right.
It's just a no-brainer. And sometimes you need that in Disney. Like with so many choices, like you just want to pick something everybody's gonna like, and you can move on.
Simple, and it's good.
Yeah.
All right, let me throw a curveball at you.
Simple, easy to remember.
That's correct.
Okay, go ahead.
If you had to choose of the 5 restaurants we chose,
yes.
If you had to pick one of the 5, which one would you rather?
That is an awesome question.
All right, I'm hearing you with it right now. What is it?
I think I'm going to choose Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater.
I was pretty confident you were going to choose that one.
The food, look, you guys, the food is not out of this world fantastic, but again, I have yet to find an atmosphere like it anywhere else.
Yeah.
So what do you choose?
Liberty Tree Tavern. No. Liberty Tree Tavern, because I care to enjoy quite a bit.
Over pizza?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I think I would care to enjoy a lot of Liberty Tree Tavern. I can get good pizza at home. I can't get that atmosphere of the Liberty Tree Tavern. You
certainly can't get that kind of cooking for me. So.
No, so that's what I'm choosing. If I had to choose one out of those 5, Liberty Tree Tavern, it is for me.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I like it. Did we wrap it?
We wrapped it. Thank you guys all for tuning into this YouTube video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Text us your questions. We are answering these questions here on YouTube. Each one of these videos that we're doing is a separate question that we got from you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not you.
Right.
But somebody like you.
Yeah.
So
we appreciate you.
Yeah. 978-222-7383. Text us your questions. We are answering them over the next few weeks of the show.
We're out.